Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I actually have an event to go to, which is why I'm looking a little snazzy, the necklace and stuff, and actual earrings in. But I have a bare face, like I have nothing, I just got out of the shower, nothing on my face. So I'm just gonna do a quick chatty, get ready with me. So let's get started. Alrighty, so first thing I'm gonna do is use my climate control from Synergence. Let me move that for you. Okay, so 2 pumps, rub it in my hands and all over my face. And guys, don't worry, I am gonna get a setup, like a background and stuff. These are not gonna be in my videos forever, but this is just where I had the space and the light to film today. So we're making it work. All right, and next thing I'm gonna do is use my color correcting tinted moisturizer, again from Synergence. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a pump on the back of the lid, just 1 pump. I'm gonna take my Morphe M6 brush. It says Y6, but we talked about this in the last video. They discontinued this brush, this gilded collection, so the brush that replaces it is the M6. All right, and just a little bit on my face, and I'm going to just apply a nice even layer. And work that in there. Get my anti-aging on and coverage, heck yes. All in one. Love having skincare in my makeup. Love working smarter, not harder. All right, and just, like I said, nice even layer. And because I'm so dry, this is like perfect to use underneath my foundation if I'm gonna go to an event, because it'll keep me moisturized and it'll make everything else look so good. There we go. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is do foundation. And I've already got my damp beauty blender, and this is just a white little beauty blender. And for did you like that? For foundation today, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, which I know sounds a little funny because I'm dry, but because I have this dewy color corrector underneath to moisturizer, it's actually not gonna be bad. They're gonna work really beautiful together. And you always wanna shake up your makeup, your liquid foundation, because it can settle over time. So you wanna do that. All right, and unfortunately, Maybelline didn't have a pump in this at the time, so I'm just gonna pour a little bit on the back of my hand. There we go. All right, I'm gonna take my beauty blender. Just gonna get some on there. And I'm gonna start working this in. I'm not gonna get too close to my eye because I'm gonna go in with concealer. And I don't wanna have a cakey face. Like, I mean, I'll blend it up there, but I'm not gonna put product there. I'm just kind of patting that in, blending that down. You definitely wanna blend down to your neck. You wanna match, and I did do a spray tan, so my face is a little lighter than the rest of me because I just don't, I mean, you're gonna wash your face so much more and exfoliate it more than the rest of your skin. And you always want to start with a small amount of foundation and work your way up. You don't want to start with a whole lot because you can always add, you can't always take away. Because it's just kind of like a girls' little get-together. I can't wait to share more about it with you. So as you can see, I'm just tapping that in. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is conceal, and I'm gonna take Candlelight and Snow from Shadow Sense. And I'm gonna use this Real Techniques setting brush. Just put a little bit here. And I'm actually gonna do this a little differently than I did in my last video. I'm gonna go ahead and blend the snow out first, instead of blending it together with Candlelight. And this just helps keep it, like, the color from depositing and setting before you mix the two. I just feel like this helps me get the brightness I want in my inner corner, and I can kind of see how bright it is to see if I need to add more or what. But everybody's different and how they like to apply their concealer. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of Candlelight. I'm just gonna go kind of down here like this. Excuse the hair that I just decided to fly in my face. It wanted its 15 minutes of fame. 15 seconds. All right, let's get in there and blend. Yes, ma'am. Instant bright eyes all night long. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna use this Cover FX setting powder. It's translucent powder, because I get it all over my black clothes. All right, and I'm gonna take my beauty blender again, and it's still damp, and I'm just gonna stamp that in there lightly because I'm dry. So I just wanna kind of set it and forget it, because it's a cream to powder, so it's gonna kind of set itself anyway. There we go. But this is just a little extra insurance since I'm going out. I'm also gonna take just a little bit of Candlelight and go down the bridge of my nose, a little bit, and in my Cupid's bow, and blend that out. And I'm just gonna do that with my beauty blender. Is that a flattering angle? All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush from e.l.f. It's the Total Face brush. I don't know if you guys, there it goes. All right, and I'm gonna dip into my Becca Be the Light palette. And I'm gonna dip into this lighter shade here. And I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna go over my lid and go over where I set, because I didn't want to bake too long. Because like I said, I'm dry, I don't need that, I don't need much extra coverage in keeping makeup set, because it's gonna stay there. All right, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this smaller brush. It's a Clinique brush, but I've had it literally forever, for years and years and years. I think it's their powder foundation brush. It has nothing left on it, like nothing. And I'm gonna take this color right here. So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna start building up my glow. And this is just gonna be my bronzer. And Senegence makes some really bomb powders. I just don't have any right now to show you how to use, but stay tuned, it's coming. So right now I'm just kind of going through what I have and what I've been using. And this is a good way to, if you're just trying something for the first time, it's a great way to incorporate things that make your routine easier. Like for me, the shadow senses for my concealer, I get so fair in the winter. I don't want to have to buy like concealer after concealer, because like in the winter versus the spring or in the fall or summer, like I'm different colors, especially if I self tan. So these two together are cheaper than some concealers, and they last forever. So, and it's all natural, except for it's 98% natural and 2% science to keep it from you having to store it in the fridge. So yes, and it lasts all day till I take it off. So, and that's with all of their products. So, longevity, good for your skin, and great for the environment. Yes, yes, please. I'll take all of those things. All right. So I'm going to contour it slightly because I am going out. So I'm going to take this big brush from Real Techniques. It is their blush brush. And I'm going to take it into, let's do my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. This stuff smells like vacation. So even just like opening it and like sniffing it, and look, I've hit pan. I really like it. So I'm just gonna kind of swirl that in there, tap off the excess, and just kind of go in to my cheeks. Just like that. And you kind of want to do like right under your cheekbone. So like you can kind of see where my shadow is, and that's where you want to put your contour line. And you want to work it where you're blending upwards, not down, because you don't want to darken this whole area down here. You want to work it in, and then your blush will work with that. So again, same thing on this side. So you can see that line. There we go. Pick up a little bit more product. All right, and then I'm going to go slightly under my jawline and blend down the neck. And I'm going to take a little bit, tap off the excess, and just kind of dust it over my nose to contour my nose, because I'm not going to chisel it out. All right, so there's that. All right, so the next thing is going to be my blush. And I'm going to use this one by Milani. It is the Luminoso. It's supposed to be a dupe for the NARS Orgasm blush. And it's so pretty. It's got like this sheen to it. I love it. So I'm just going to kind of swirl my brush in the blush, and then tap off the excess. And I'm just going to work that into my cheekbones. Just like that. Same thing on this side. There we go. All right, and last thing for my face products is gonna be this highlighter. And again, this one's the Ofra Cosmetics, and it's called Star Island. Got it in my Ipsy bag, still obsessed with it. Such a pretty glow, perfect for nights out, perfect for summer, perfect for like fair skin. And I'm just gonna pop that on the tops of my cheekbones. Like, oh my goodness. Do you see that? Do you see that? Yes, give it to me. Mm-hmm. Yes, please. Yes, please. Down the nose, a little dust on the tip, on the Cupid's bow. Duck face. And just a hit on the chin. And there we go. All right. And okay, so we can go on to brows. And I'm gonna quickly do those off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we're back and I now have brows, we can work on the eyes. So I like to sometimes do my brows before I do my eyeshadow, just to kind of map out kind of what real estate I'm working with. I know that sounds funny, but if you're doing a brow highlight and stuff like that, I like to kind of have a roadmap of kind of where that will go. And if I'm doing liner, you kind of want to angle your liner towards the tail of your brow. So that's some of the reasons why I like to do my brows before I do my eyeshadow. So the first thing I'm going to start out with is, what do I want to do? Let's go ahead and do candlelight and prep my eyes. There we go. And I'm just going to do a little bit because a little dabble do you. And again, I'm just going to use that same brush from earlier just to blend that out. Ta-da! Okay, so for now, what I'm going to do is, since I'm going with this rose gold theme tonight, I'm going to use rose gold from Shadow Sense. It is stunning. Like, look at that. It's so pretty. It's a little mesmerizing for those of us that like glitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the wand. I'm going to take this little mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to put it towards the inner corner. Just like this. And we can lighten it up, but that's kind of where I want to start. And I have this smaller brush, but it's denser. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to look down while I'm doing it, and I'm just going to kind of blend that into the lid. And you can layer these and make them more intense. You see that? I don't know if the camera is going to pick up like how pretty that is. I'm going to build it up just a hair more. So I'm going to take more. I'm just going to put that like that. There we go. Again, I'm going to look down while it's wet and pack that on there. Just kind of blending it slightly, moving it where I need it. Okay. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but do you see how pretty that is? It's just light and just a little hint of like, hey, look at me. All right, so I'm going to start darkening the crease, but just a little bit because I am going to do a darker lip. So we want to keep the eyes a little bit lighter if we're going to do something bold on our lips. Now you can do both, but it takes some practice to do it right because you don't want to look overdone or like really heavy. Like you don't want to weigh everything down. You want to kind of keep things open and fresh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blending brush. This is the Morphe, doesn't have a number on it, but see it's tapered like this, but it's got like a rounded top. And I'm going to take this Huda Beauty, and it's just her Smoky Obsessions palette. So it looks like this. All right, and I'm going to take this this shade right here first. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna work that into my crease. Just to kind of blend the glitter shadow and the darker colors. And I'm not gonna go too dramatic here, because like I said, I'm gonna do the bolder lip. I just need to give the outer corner a little bit of something. And I don't have a dark enough shadow sense with me to do that. But that is the great thing about these shadows, is they work amazing with other shadows too. So like I said, if you're just starting out and venturing into some of this makeup and skincare, you can totally work it in to your everyday makeup routine. Totally can do it. And seamlessly too. Like, all right, so I've built my crease up a little bit with that one. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take another brush. This one's a little bit denser and a little bit more tapered. It's the M513 brush. Come on, camera. No, not gonna focus, okay. And I'm gonna take, same palette, I'm gonna take this darker color brown right here. And I'm just gonna tap, like lightly tap that in there, okay? Tap off the excess and kind of tap that into the outer corner and work that in there. And again, you always want to start with less product and build your way up. You never want to go in heavy-handed and expect to get a nice blended result right off the bat, because especially with really high pigmented shadows, it's gonna be hard to blend them into other colors unless you're just willing to sit there for hours and work in circular motions. And that's honestly what I'm doing. I am kind of patting where I want the darkest, like the deepest amount of color. I'm patting that into the outer corner, and I am just slowly rolling that in to my lid and up the crease, just to give it a little bit of depth. And this is the last color that we're gonna use today on the eyes. And again, I'm doing the same thing over here, patting it in to the outer corner and rolling that in to the crease and blending. So it's nice and seamless. We just want nice blended colors, no harsh lines. Learned that from Jacqueline Hill. She's still one of my all-time favorite YouTubers. I'm trying to look down so you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't know if the camera's gonna quite pick up on how this blends. Hopefully it will for you. There we go. I just kind of try and make it look even and blended. We can always adjust whatever we need to by adding more, just not taking away. So yeah, that's kind of my eye look. I'm gonna do some liner, but first, a good tip, especially if you're newer to blending, take a clean, fluffy brush, go back in with your lighter color, and just kind of work that through, and it'll help blend any harsh lines. Or you could have just taken it clean, like I'm barely tapping anything in there anyway, and just blended the two together. Either way is perfectly fine. It just helps get that nice seamless blend. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a small brush. Which one do I wanna use? Okay, I'm gonna use this Morphe one. It's just a flat top, really thin brush, and I'm gonna go into the Naked Basics palette, and it's in the shade Below. It's this one right here. Just a little bit. It's like a creamy neutral shadow, creamy white pearlescent. I'm just gonna take a little bit and pop it under my brow bone here. Just to give it a little something. And you can actually, if you want a little bit more, which why not? I'm gonna go into that highlighter that we were using and just tap that under there too. See? And then you can take some and put it in the inner corner if you want to brighten it up a little bit. This helps make you look more awake. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Yes. All right, perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna do some liner. Which liner do I want to use today? Actually, what I might do is take some eyeshadow and kind of do a smoky liner. Subtle but smoky. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Huda Beauty Obsessions palette again, and I'm gonna take this really dark brown color here. I'm gonna do that first, and I'm gonna use this angled brush from Sephora. It is the brow brush, it's number 10. And I'm gonna get really close to my mirror. Sorry, phone decided to be crazy. And I'm just gonna kind of pack that right against the lash line. All right, let me just go back to showing you. I'm just packing that on the outer corner first and slowly working my way in with that color. And that way, this is much softer, especially brown, than a black liner or a pencil or anything like that. So as you can see, it kind of frames the eye, but it doesn't make it too intense. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing over here, right at the lash line, working on the outer corner first. And then blending in slowly. All right, so just like that. All right, and I think I might do the same thing for the bottom. I might just do the lighter color brown that we were using and just kind of lightly connect the two right here. Baby wing. Just kind of pushing that color in. Same thing on this eye. Baby wing. And pushing that corner in, or that color in. Right up against that lash line. Okay, just like that. So eyes are pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara on. I'm using the Lash Sense Volume Intense Mascara. All right, and I'm just gonna use my little mirror here to put that on. Okay, and I noticed when I was doing that up close and personal that I had a little bit of fallout from where I was doing my under eye. So I'm gonna take this brush and I'm just gonna kind of sweep it real fast off. Oh, just like that. All right, and then go ahead and do the lower lashes, and then I'll do a second coat on the top. And I love looking down, putting mascara on. Again, it'll help keep the mascara off your lid, and you can really see filling in all those lashes. And I really take my time putting mascara on. I don't know if anybody else is. Comment down below if you are like a slow mascara putter oner. I like spend the time. I want my lashes as long as I can get them, as full as I can get them. Like I make mascara work, honey. Like I want all the things that mascara can do, and I push it. See? That makes a world of difference. World of difference, mascara does. All right, so now for the fun stuff. I'm gonna do lips, and I told you all I was gonna do a fun, bold lip. So I'm gonna use Napa, and I am so excited about this. I love that it's not gonna come off at dinner. I love that I can just eat and drink and have fun and not have to worry about anything. And my color on my lips is gonna be stunning. Like I'm so excited. And I'm super excited for a girls' night. Mama needs one. All right, so I'm shaking my lip scents. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna apply it like this. So I'm gonna take it and split my lip, just like this. And one swipe, look at that. Okay, and then I just do one swipe on the bottom lip. All right, so I just kind of, with a darker color, I just take the top lip and like I said, I split it in half and I do one side at a time. And then the bottom lip, I go across and then I kind of go back to kind of fill in the line of my lips. because I don't have to use a lip liner with these. They're pigmented enough on their own. And I feel like on camera it looks like my lip's uneven, but it's just the shine of the gloss, if you can see it. All right, and that's pretty much dry. So I'm gonna do my second layer. Oops. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I crack up every time I have to do this. In all reality, I guess I could get one of those handheld fans, which my husband actually was like, we need to get you a fan so you don't have to sit there and fan yourself. And I just laughed at him. And then I was like, you know, maybe he's onto something. All right, and we're gonna do the last layer. Wipe off the excess, I don't say it weird. And I'm actually gonna do this side of my lip first, since I've been doing that side, so it'll even out in color. And you really want to let it dry before you add any of the other layers on top. It just helps it absorb and maintain its strength. And you want to keep your mouth open so as it dries, it's not like gonna dry stuck together. So your lips aren't like the sound effects. But that way it dries into your cracks and it won't, that way it'll adhere to everything and make them look nice and smooth. And again, the Lips Sense has the anti-aging in it as well. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's dry. Not a single thing on my hand. I can go like this. Nothing on my finger. Maybe a little bit of highlighter from my, but, or, I mean, it's fantastic. What other lipstick can you do that with that won't even budge that soon? No, I'm just going in with Glossy Gloss. And nourishing my lips. And now I am ready to go. I might do something with my hair, but for the most part, I'm good to go for my girls' night and have a good time, and I know I won't have to touch up any of my makeup. So thanks for watching and have a great night.